Hi. It's good to be back here. It's good to be back. Good to see many that do watch the videos we share. I believe that the content that we share here is so helpful to many, and we being encouraged by the comments and the response or the feedback we get from people like you that come here and watch and leave a comment. And we're able to see what your comments, and if we have to make follow-ups, we make follow-ups. By the way, um, my desire is to be able to get to a place where we coach people, and very soon we'll be doing coaching with young people, and we'll be having sessions that will be organizing free sessions for us to be able to coach young people. Please do look out for that, and that time is coming, and we're gonna begin to just announce and let you know when and how we are going to do it. But anyway, I'm not getting into that discussion today. Today, my focus is on a topic that is basically for people that are not yet married and they're planning to get to a place where they uh, think of dating. And that's what I want to begin to share today. Please remain here and listen to this. To the sharing until the end. Don't just watch for a few minutes because you won't be able to learn. But when you watch up to the end, you are going to be able to learn and get to a place where you make the right decisions and just don't make mistakes that you don't need to make. Learn from us who have made mistakes before. You can learn from us, and you don't have to repeat the same mistakes. You're gonna do things right. You have to get to a place where you decide right and make the right steps that you need to be able to make. So I'm still talking about relationships. Uh, too many young people and too many out there are getting into one relationship and moving out of that relationship and getting into another relationship, and not knowing that they're hating people around them, people that they get into a relationship with, and not only are they hating people that they are involved with, but they are also hating themselves. At the end of the day, people that are hurt will keep on destroying other people's lives. So I'm encouraging you. If you've just from a broken relationship, you don't need to get into another new relationship quickly, because you might end up destroying someone's life. And that's why we see so many suicide cases rising against among young people, because you know, you know, these relationships have effect that are profound and that can end up destroying and ending someone's life. So don't jump from one relationship to the other. Please, I encourage you not to jump from one relationship to the other. You're not dealing with food that you eat on this plate, you stop eating on this plate, you get on another place and you start eating on that plate, and you can throw it away. Human beings are not like food that you throw away. Human beings have emotions. Let me say it again. Human beings have emotions. And once you damage the emotions of your friend, you don't know the impact that will have on your friend. So please don't jump. Stop jumping from one relationship to the other. Please stop moving around. Have respect for humanity. Have respect for your friends. Don't toil around with people that have five senses and are emotional and are made in the image of God. Please have a respect for others. When you have respect for others, that means you don't just toil around with the emotion. You get into a relationship, you propose just for play. When you're thinking of dating, you must date with purpose. And today I want to talk about dating with purpose. Dating with purpose. How do we date with purpose? Here is some things that you can take note of. I want you to take note of these. So how should we date? Do we just wake up uh, you know, any day and just get into a relationship and tomorrow you get out of it. No, 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 no. We are human beings. We have five senses, and our reasoning is higher than that of animals. We're not like animals. We're not like dogs that will move from one female dog and jumps on another female dog. And I mean, we're not like that. We are human beings created in the image of God. So we must do things with purpose. And we must do things with honor. We honor others. We respect others. We just don't do things anyhow. Mwilao naola abana babene. Mwilao naola ama emotions ya abana babene. Uh, Jumping from one relationship to the other, and sex has become, something that has been desecrated, and we play and toy around with, sleeping around with girls, and we even boast, and there are people that boast that they've slept with so many girls. That's being destructive. That's being destructive. Tuleke, tuleke, tuleke. That's not how we do things. Okay, coming back to my topic. Anyway, I just thought of, I thought of talking about that. But coming to the topic for today, we are talking about dating with purpose. Here are some things that you need to take note of. First of all, you need to prepare yourself, because you prepare. This is when you're talking about purpose, you're talking about preparedness. So you need to prepare. So there are three things that you need to do. Number one is to prepare. Number two is plan. The last thing you need to do is decide now to get into that relationship with somebody. After you have prepared, you have planned for it, then you make a step, or you decide to get into a relationship. You decide to date somebody, and that dating will result in you getting into a relationship. So those are the three things that you need to take note of. Now, under preparation, what are we looking at? Under preparation, what are we looking at? So the first thing that you need to know is be ready to date. If you're not ready, don't date someone's daughter. Don't date someone's son. If you are not ready, don't do it. Don't do it until you come to a place where you're ready. And too many times relationships are broken because people are not ready to date. Because any relationship, most of the time, especially in this generation, begins with dating somebody, arranging for a place where you can meet, and maybe that is done over a period of time until you come to a place where you make a decision to say, I want to get serious with this relationship. Because the first step is, when you're attracted to somebody, is to get to know them. Dating is all about getting to know the person you want to marry in the future. So that girlfriend is not just a girlfriend, it's somebody that you intend to marry. So you don't just get girlfriends anyhow. I'm not talking about the ordinary girlfriend, friend, friendships. I'm talking about the girlfriend that you want to marry in the future. So be ready. If you are not ready, please don't even start it. Don't even think about it. Don't even waste time, because you won't be able to last. If you're not ready to start a relationship, please don't even think until you are ready. Until you are ready, then you can begin to date other people's daughters or other people's sons, until you come to a place when you're ready. So the first thing under preparation is be ready. Be ready. And the second thing is make sure you are, right for the person you want to date. Be the right person. Many times we look for right people, but yet we are not yet the right person. You need to be the right person, which means you need to develop yourself. You ought to invest in yourself before you get into a relationship, because you cannot invest in another person what you don't have. When you have invested in yourself, you have personally developed yourself, you'll be ready to invest in another person. So be self-aware. Know who you are. Know who you are. And for most Christians, you know that you are made in the image of God. You're not just a mere human beings. And in case you don't believe, I share with you the good news. Have a relationship with Jesus. You'll be able to realize who you are in God. You know that you are made in the image of God. As human beings, we are made in the image of God and not any other thing. So when you are self-aware, you know who you are, then you'll be able to invest in another person and you'll be able to relate well with someone else. If you don't know who you are, then it becomes difficult for you to relate with other people. I'm a L and I'm a Ara. I shoot up sometimes. We are Zambians, and sometimes it's very difficult to bring in the L's and the R's. So know who you are. So those are the three main things that you need to do for you to prepare to date with purpose or on purpose, however you wanna look at it. The second thing that I said was you must plan for your debt. You plan for your debt. You don't just get to invite somebody and just do things anyhow. And as long as and things like that, I think you'll be able to confuse yourself and confuse the person you want to date. So plan for it. Learn to plan for your debt. Plan for your debt. Plan for activities. What are some of the activities are you going to be doing when you are planning for that? Are you going for a dinner? Will you be taking out that lady or that for lunch? Are you gonna have a picnic, or you're gonna go at a place where you're going to watch the animals? So do plan for your debts. And plan what kind of conversation. It's very important that you plan for the conversations. And too many times, I know we need to be natural, but it's important to plan for conversations many times. Look at the main themes you're going to look at. Plan for those conversations. Is it getting to know more about this person? Is it getting to know more about the family? And once you know what the themes in that conversation, then definitely you plan and find the right place for you to start that date, or for you to get to a place where you date with that person. So you need to plan for the conversations you're going to have. Plan, of course, for where to meet. The environment will determine what you spend time to talk about. That's why you need to plan for those conversations. Plan for boundaries, personal boundaries. There must be boundaries. When you're dating, you don't break certain boundaries. After first time, you are touchy all over. You begin to touch. You can't, for the first time you're dating somebody and you are touchy and you are broken down all the boundaries and you are there not really hugging, but you are touching. You are being physical at every time. So please plan for those boundaries. How far will you get? How far close will you get to your partner? Because some of you are rejected in the first instant you meet. Young lady, the first time you're meeting, or you're ready to open up your legs, you're ready to undress. And the first time you're opening up, and that's why those men are leaving you. That's why some men that are principals will leave you. As a young man, the first time you're meeting and you're already talking about sex, that is breaking up some boundaries too early. And by the way, sex should not be done before marriage. I encourage you to keep yourself until you get married, because when you get into marriage, so I encourage you to hold on. So there must be plan for those boundaries. That is very important. And also plan for what environment you're going to create. I don't mean a place. I mean when you meet, wherever you are. What kind of environment are you going to create? Is it an environment of honesty? Is it an environment of respect? Is it an environment where there is no sex before marriage? Is it an environment of tolerance, patience? Is it an environment where you're devoted to each other? Is it an environment where you're investing and giving in your investing in your partner and giving to your partner? Is it an environment where you are real and natural and where um, you are honest to yourself and you're not hiding things? So plan for the right environment. So a date will require you to plan for the right environment. Lastly, lastly, last, if tulando over the last but not least, then you decide to date. In deciding to date, you decide who to date. Who is it that you are gonna date? Whether it's female, who is it that who are you gonna say yes to when they ask you to go for a date? If it's a male, who are you gonna ask for that date? I know there's so many women there, but each one of us has his own type or her own type. For women, they have their own type as well. So who are you gonna say yes to? Who are you gonna ask for a date? Do you ask anybody that passes by as long as they have a skirt? So who are you gonna ask? So decide who and decide when. Decide who and decide when. So when it comes to decisions, you decide who are you going to date, then you decide when do you want to start dating that opposite sex. I hope those ideas, the few things that I've shared will be able to help you make the right decision as you think about dating. Date right. Don't just date people anyhow. Human beings are not clothes that you dress and throw away today. Tomorrow you get another cloth you put on your body. Please have respect for others. Have respect for other people. Do unto others what you want them to do to you. You would not want to do evil because you don't want that evil to be done to you. So do what is right, do what is respectful, do what honors other people, because at the end of the day, whoever you choose to date is made in the image of God. So honor them and respect them for that. Okay, I'm done. I mean, I've had a rant. I've spoken a lot. Please do make those comments. I want to see the comments, and that helps me to speak into your life, and that helps me to follow up. If you want a place where we can counsel you and coach you, please, this is a place. Speak to me. Get into my inbox. Share some of the things that you cannot share on the comment section, but you can please direct them into the inbox. I'll be able to attend to those. And we'll, I pray that you'll be helped as we interact. And please, let's interact. Let's interact.